Hey, I just wanted to show you something that I had gotten a while ago, but it's one of the Club Nintendo rewards, and it's pretty popular. I mean, they don't have it again available. And also when I first was able to get it, it wasn't there for a while. And it's the history of the handheld systems of Nintendo, and they're all in this exact order. I kept them in order, and I'm going to even read each card to you and show you them in detail. Yeah, and the cover just looks like that on both sides. And it's just cardboard that's like glossy. My camera won't focus on. It's really crappy right now. I'm sorry. There we go. I'm gonna put this aside. Okay. The first card is the Game & Watch. Well, I should say Game & Watch ball. This is the back of the card. This was made in 1980, or created, and it says, Game & Watch was the first customer product sold by Nintendo of America Incorporated, featuring a simple mini-game with flip book style graphics played on a single color LCD screen. Ball was the debut game of the series and featured a character called Mr. Game & Watch. Over its 11-year history, Game & Watch evolved to include several models such as widescreen, panorama, tabletop, multi-screen, and micro versus system, and games that featured classic Nintendo characters such as Donkey Kong, Mario, and Link. True to its name, Game & Watch systems included a clock and alarm function. In 2011, Club Nintendo released an exclusive reproduction of Game & Watch Ball as a member reward. I'm sorry for my crappy reading aloud. It's just, I'm trying to watch my rat who is sneaking out. See? But I just want to keep it open, her door, so she can have some, freedom for a while. Oh, she's... Look at her. She got scared. This isn't about you, okay? This video is not about you. She's hyper. You are so darn cute. It's not even real. It just can't be real. Anyway. Okay, the next card is the Game Boy. Oh. Focus. Ah, there we go. See how clear it can be when it wants to be? So this is the Game Boy. Oh, and it also shows, I forgot to show you this other one. It also shows up top here color variations of what colors were out. And it doesn't really give you all of them, but especially for the Nintendo DS Lite and the DS's, it'll show more. Okay, so this was made, the Game Boy was made in 1989. A year after I was born, actually. I was born in 88. Okay, so Game Boy was Nintendo's very first handheld cartridge I am so sorry, I can't read for crap today. Game Boy was Nintendo's very first handheld cartridge-based video game system. Created by the same team that developed the Game & Watch series. Oh, stop. This 8-bit system with monochromatic display was originally bundled with the legendary Tetris game. The Game Boy system was inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame in 2009. That is so cool. See, I didn't even read these either very much, so I'm finding out stuff as I'm reading it to you. This is pretty cool. I didn't know the legendary Tetris game was included, which I love Tetris, so. Let's go forward. Game Boy, wait, this is Game Boy Pocket. I almost said Game Boy Color. Will you focus? iPad camera, you suck. Look at the, this was made in 1996. So look at the color variations. There was red, yellow, let me hold it still, green, black, silver, ooh, and clear. Smaller, lighter, and requiring fewer batteries than the original Game Boy model, the Game Boy Pocket had a bigger, higher contrast screen that was true black and white. The original version did not have a battery indicator LED to warn the user when the batteries were running low, but this feature was soon added. The Game Boy Pocket system came in various colors and played the same version of software as the original Game Boy model. Interesting. So we're learning together. Okay, now here's the Game Boy Color. Focus. I wish we could make this stay focused. Okay. I have to fix my camera. Okay, the settings. I'll fix it, I promise. Okay, so Game Boy Color was made in 1998. And they had berry color, grape color, dandelion color, teal, kiwi, and clear purple. I've seen the clear purple and the teal, and they're pretty awesome. I have not seen the grape, berry, dandelion, and kiwi, but okay. Sorry, the camera's annoying me. The Game Boy Color system was the first Game Boy product to feature a color display, capable of displaying 56 colors simultaneously. I'm sorry. From its palette of 32,768. I hate that word. Me and that word, not okay together. It was also the first handheld system to be backward compatible, thus taking advantage of the original Game Boy system's vast existing library of games. Edie, cut it out. You are a rat. I just lost where I was reading. Thanks, rat. The Game Boy Color games were distinguished from original Game Boy games by transparent cartridge housing. Its processor clock speed was twice as fast as the original Game Boy system, and it had 4 times as much memory. It also included an infrared communications port for wireless linking. I forgot about that. The last part, the linking. I'm really sorry. There's always something going on in videos, isn't there? And when you record. You people who record videos too know what I mean. I just have bad luck. Stuff always goes wrong in my videos. Will you cut this out? You cannot have a Mexican lollipop. You just can't. Chili pepper bad for rat. Chili pepper bad. Ooh, she's gonna be so cool when she grows up older too. Okay, so this is the Game Boy Advance. Now, I always used to, because I have a Game Boy Advance SP, and I was always wondering what the difference was, or I didn't even know there was an original Game Boy Advance. I thought that was the only Game Boy Advance. But this is when the Game Boy Advance only had batteries. I mean, this is before, like, Nintendo, this is Nintendo, this is their, their history, their life, of when they actually like grew with the times. The times we're almost getting close to the times when we could use rechargeable batteries, like a battery pack inside of the system. And we're almost there, but this still didn't have it. So this Game Boy Advance was made in 2001. Color variations are indigo, Arctic, glacier, and fuchsia. Ooh, fuchsia looks nice. So here we go, I'll explain it in here. The 32-bit Game Boy Advance system was the only full-size Game Boy system to be configured with a horizontal design, locating the control buttons to the sides of the display rather than below. It included backward compatibility with the Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, and by pressing the L or right buttons, or L or R buttons, a player could toggle between the original screen ratio of 160 by 144 pixels and the new 240 by 144 ratio used for Game Boy Advance games. The Game Boy Advance system was the last designed to use non-rechargeable batteries and non-illuminating display. There you go, non-rechargeable batteries. Okay, here we go. Game Boy Advance SP comes along. I have really bad lighting in here too. Okay. So the Game Boy Advance SP was made in 2003. They have other colors out now too, by the way, but they only show there's platinum, cobalt, flame, and black. I am not pronouncing that word, and I'm stupid, but I always say it wrong. I know how to say it, I just don't say it right, and I'm not gonna say it. I didn't want to make a fool out of myself anymore. So, featuring a clamshell design and front-loading cartridge slot, the Game Boy Advance SP system was the last full-size model in the Game Boy product line. The headphone jack, which had been included on all previous Game Boy models, was removed. An adapter was provided to convert an expansion connector into a headphone jack. A rechargeable battery and a built-in display light were also added. A later backlit model featured a brightness control switch. The Game Boy Advance SP system was fully compatible with original Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, and users could toggle between screen ratios of 160 by 144 pixels and 240 by 144 pixels. So, basically, what they're saying is, if you don't understand, because I didn't understand, there is a Game Boy Advance SP, right? And when I said there's more colors, I guess I mainly meant that the Game Boy Advance SP, you could turn off the brightness and you could turn it on. So you could have it like the old version with no backlight, and then you could have a backlight. But then they made a newer version, and I don't know what it's called, I forget, Game Boy Advance SP Advanced or something, or brighter backlit screen. They just called it something like that. And what they had was, instead of just having an on-off switch for the backlight, they had a little option of making it just a little bit more brighter, So they had 3 options, I guess. And I think that's a really good system. I don't have it, but I want it. So that's that. What's next is exciting. Nintendo DS. The DS. It's ugly, but it was really a big, it was really a big breakthrough. Why can't I talk? I think it's because I was eating hot dogs. Okay. Because when you eat, you can't talk, right, I guess. Okay, so the Nintendo DS, bear with me. The Nintendo DS was made in 2004. Color variations were titanium, which is like silver, obviously, electric blue, and hot rod red. That's funny. I never saw those colors before, but I heard of them. Okay, so this was the first model in Nintendo DS line. The Nintendo DS system introduced an innovative dual LCD screen design within a folding clamshell casing. Oh, I suck. The lower screen was touch sensitive, thus allowing input with its own stylus. It also featured voice recognition with a built-in microphone, Wi-Fi connectivity, and a first for Nintendo handheld systems, stereo speakers that could provide virtual surround sound, depending on the game. Nintendo DS was also backwards compatible with Game Boy Advance games. The smaller Nintendo DS game cards fit into a top slot, and Game Boy Advance games fit into bottom slot on the system. Wow, they didn't really print that right, did they? Never mind. It just sounds weird. Like it should say fit into the bottom slot on the system, not into bottom. But, you know, I don't read stuff right and I can't talk right, so who am I to say this? So. Okay, next is Game Boy Micro, which is really interesting because I didn't even know this existed. I mean, until like maybe a year ago or something. And I just spit on my camera. That is disgusting. So this Game Boy Micro was made in 2005. And there's the retro color, Famicom, yeah, that's right, black, and then silver. And, oh yeah, it'll say it. I thought it didn't say it. Okay. The Game Boy Micro system is so called because... That sounds weird. The Game Boy Micro system, so called because of its small size, was the last system of the Game Boy line. It featured a backlit screen with brightness control, volume control, and a removable faceplate that allowed for design interchangeably. Why do you they use really weird words in here. They have to use the wackiest words. The Game Boy Micro system was compatible with Game Boy Advance games, including Game Boy Advance video game packs. It's pretty cool. But it is pointless. I mean, a lot of people think it was pointlessly made. It didn't really sell as well as they had liked, I guess. That's what I just heard, but I'm not gonna, quote it, because I don't know. But I do know, even I agree, that it was pointless, because I didn't even hear of it. It wasn't enough to be heard of for me. Okay, then the Nintendo DS Lite. Okay. And that's the one I had. I had, none of the ones I showed you except for the Game Boy Advance SP so far. And I still have it. I had the DS Lite, but I don't have it anymore. And I had the color, the iceberg, or what do you call it? The polar white. Okay, this was made in 2006. A year before I graduated. But I didn't get it until after I graduated. So, come on, focus. Come on, we want to see these colors. Let me focus on these. Okay. Polar white, ice blue, ooh, that's pretty, coral pink, black, metallic silver, metallic rose, crimson black. What the heck is the difference? Cobalt and black. So like a blue and a black. Cobalt. Hate that word too. Hate you words. I hate words. No, I like words. I write poems. The Nintendo DS Lite system is a smaller, slimmer version of the original Nintendo DS, featuring brighter, adjustable screens, improved battery life, a larger stylus, and a cartridge slot cover to protect the game cartridge connection from contaminants. Many special edition themes were released for this model, including Pokemon, The Legend of Zelda, Nintendogs, and even a Seattle Mariners version, only available at Safeco Field. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So that was awesome when it came out. It was a pretty big difference and pretty great upgrade. Okay, this one is the Nintendo DSi, and I had this one too at one point. Don't have it anymore, but I had this color. Okay, so this was made in 2009, and I do have to say that the blue color was the best DS system I've ever had of colors. It was just like such a nice blue. It wasn't even baby blue. It was just an awesome blue. The color variations were black, blue, white, and pink. The Nintendo DSi system debuted 2 digital cameras, one front-facing and one rear-facing, as well as a slot for an SD card, which is available separately. Also newly added to this system was an extra brightness level and multifunction power button that controlled resetting, returning to the main menu, or shutting the system down. Similar to the Wii console, Nintendo DSi includes a menu system offering access to built-in applications such as Nintendo DSi Sound to play and edit music and recorded sounds, Nintendo DSi Camera to manipulate photos, and connection to Nintendo DSi Shop for access to Nintendo DSiWare downloadable games and applications. I also think I can't talk because I'm a little sick, which I've mentioned before in my other videos. The next one is Nintendo DSi XL. I had this one too. This is in one of my videos actually, this exact burgundy color. I had sold it though to get to help myself get a PS Vita though, or something. I forget what it was for. Either that or to like get a 3DS XL or something. I don't remember. No, I had my 3DS XL. I don't remember. But I obviously sold it for gaming purposes. To upgrade my gaming stuff. So, okay. So Nintendo DSi XL was made in 2010. They had bronze color, burgundy, midnight blue, metallic rose. I actually might be rebuying it again because obviously Nintendo DS games don't really show up nicely on the 3DS anymore, or they just don't. And I have hidden object games, so I want to be able to see the picture really clear, and I miss how they looked on my DSi XL, so I would be getting the metallic rose though this time. Okay, so this is a larger version of the Nintendo DSi system. The Nintendo DSi XL system features 2 extra large 4.2-inch wide ultra bright LCD screens. The larger screen size enables users to enjoy a wider viewing angle, thus allowing the possibility of sharing the game experience with family and friends looking on. The system also comes with a larger pen-like stylus. 3 pre-installed titles: Brain Age Express Math, Brain Age Express Arts and Letters, and Photo Clock, plus the Nintendo DSi browser and Flipnote Studio applications. Now I will say, I love that, Flipnote Studio. They need to bring that to 3DS, and I think they are going to, and it's called Flipnote Studio 3D. And, why do they always text me when my friends text me when I'm recording? I'm recording and I just got a text again. Okay. Yeah, so they better bring Flipnote back, because you can't use it. You can only use it on the DSi. Okay. So, last but not least, is the 3DS. And I had this exact one, obviously, the blue one you've seen in the videos. Once again, sold it. I miss it though. I just don't like the black color. But, okay. This is a great system. Alright, so the 3DS was made in 2011. The colors that they have or had at the time when they made these cards was aqua blue, cosmo black, and flame red. I'm sure there are other colors now. I don't remember. I don't know. Okay. The Nintendo 3DS system is a breakthrough in portable entertainment systems, literally adding a new dimension to gaming. Featuring a stereoscopic 3D display on the upper screen, which allows for gameplay featuring real 3D graphics with no need for special glasses. Objects within the game have a feeling of space and depth that extends far into the back of the screen. Unique gameplay mechanics include a built-in motion sensor and gyro sensor that react to the motion and tilt of the system for instant response when playing compatible Nintendo 3DS games. It also features enhanced graphics, robust wireless connectivity, and built-in software such as the Mii Maker application, Street Pass, Mii Plaza, Face Raiders, and AR games that presents an amazing augmented I can't even stop laughing at myself. Amazing augmented reality gaming experience. Why do they use these words? Nintendo 3DS is backward compatible with Nintendo DS series software, including Nintendo DSi software. You can laugh at me if you want. I don't care. So, okay. You people are gonna laugh at me. It's okay, I can laugh at myself. But yeah, so like all these cards come with it, okay? Isn't this awesome? And you've got, I hope I gave you detail so that you can decide if you want to get this. If you want to get these. Or this, whatever, this item. And I think you really should get it since it's such a popular item and rare. Oh, focus. And it's loved on Club Nintendo, obviously, because it's never there. I might even grab another one. Just in case. But all you people are going to be mad at me because then there won't be any left because I took one more and I already have one. So, you can be haters, but I just might want an extra one. I don't know. And I just don't have a ton of points, but I have enough to buy this, to get this. I have like 370 something. Almost, I'm going to have 400 soon or more. So, are you kidding me? So, there we go. You should totally look into this when you have the available points. It is 300 points, if I haven't already just clarified that. 300 points. It's a lot, but it's worth it. Okay, thanks for watching, and sorry for the mistakes of me reading out loud. It's harder than you think. You try recording it. Okay, bye.